Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Car break-in sends young and restless leading ladies return to the West Coast South. Those who follow the young and the restless Melissa Ordway know that she, husband Justin Gaston, ex-Chance, and daughters Olivia and Sophie moved to Tennessee some time ago. However, given that she's still recurring as Abby on the CBS soap, the family often travels back and forth from their new home to Los Angeles. And boy, what a trip back they had. The actress posted 11 photos and one video that gave fans a glimpse into their most recent trip, which took place over a week's time, and shared, "What a week in LA, sunshine, good food, great friends, work, and yes, even a car break-in. Never a dull moment." However, Ordway made it clear that no matter what, they love Los Angeles. One of the pics gave a first-hand look into the damage caused to their red and black Jeep Wrangler with glass from the back window shattered on the ground. However, as Ordway mentioned, it wasn't all doom and gloom. There were plenty of smiles to go around over great food, fun in the sun, and more. A couple of her castmates quickly jumped into the comments to express their concern, including Tracy E. Bregman Lauren, who stated, "Happy you were here, and OMG, I'm so sorry." Eileen Davidson, who plays Ordway's TV mom Ashley, added, "Oh no," as Michelle Stafford, Phyllis, sent her some love in the form of heart emojis. "We're glad the actress and her family are safe, and we enjoy every time Ordway is able to bring Abby back to Genoa City." It started with a simple trip, a quick return home to reconnect with family, soak up the coastal sun, and recharge. But for one beloved young and the restless star, an unassuming visit to the West Coast spiraled into an unsettling and emotional ordeal. A car break-in, random yet violating, not only turned her peaceful weekend upside down but also unearthed deeper reflections about security, fame, and where home truly is. What was meant to be a relaxing return to the region where she once made her mark, and now calls her second home, turned into something far more complicated. Now, the Emmy-winning actress is opening up about the incident, what it stirred in her emotionally, and how it's reshaping her view on life beyond the soundstage of Genoa City. This is the story of how a break-in became a breaking point and the personal crossroads that followed. Chapter 1. The Return West. She had always said the Pacific called to her. The gentle waves, the laid-back culture, the endless possibility in the air. For this young and restless leading lady, the West Coast wasn't just a place she had lived. It was a place that helped shape her as an artist, a mother, and a woman. So, when a window of time opened in her otherwise demanding shooting schedule, she grabbed the chance to fly west. Not for work, but for something more vital: connection. Sources close to the stars say she was excited about the visit. Friends in Malibu. Family in Santa Barbara. A few secretive meetings in Los Angeles that, we're told, involved quiet discussions of a passion project she's been developing, a docuseries rooted in female empowerment. But that's not what the headlines would focus on. Chapter 2. Shattered Glass, Shaken Trust. It happened in broad daylight. She had parked her car in a reputable Santa Monica neighborhood, steps away from a beach cafe she frequented years ago. She went in for coffee, and it came out to something every Californian dreads: shattered glass, a rifled-through glove box, and a rising pit in her stomach. Her purse gone. Inside it, a sentimental journal she traveled with, personal effects from her late mother, and confidential notes from her project. Gone too were house keys, IDs, and the sense of calm she'd felt just hours before. It wasn't just a robbery. It was a violation of her space, her boundaries, and, in a way, her trust in the place she once called home. Chapter 3. The aftermath begins. As reports confirm, police were called and a statement filed. Surveillance footage captured a suspect, hoodie up, gloves on, swift and efficient. A professional. The star, who we are withholding the name of here per her team's request until she addresses it publicly on her own terms, took it with visible composure, though witnesses say she appeared visibly shaken and declined interviews at the scene. Later that day, she canceled a planned reunion with fellow castmates who were also in town, including two young and restless alumni who now reside permanently on the West Coast. A casual dinner was quickly rescheduled for Zoom instead. She didn't feel safe anymore, a friend close to the situation reveals. It rattled her deeply. She kept saying, "It's not just the stuff they took. It's the idea that I don't know who's watching me." Chapter 4. Who she is and why it hits harder. To understand the emotional weight of the moment, one must consider who this actress is. She's no stranger to fame, but she has always maintained a delicate dance between public persona and private life. On screen, she's commanding, often portraying women of fierce conviction, the kind who stare down billionaires and bury secrets with steely resolve. Off-screen, she's fiercely protective of her loved ones, often turning down interviews that stray into personal territory. Her social media is a blend of advocacy, art, and humor, but rarely vulnerable glimpses of personal chaos. This moment, though, was different. Friends say the robbery forced her to reevaluate her lifestyle, the visibility that comes with soap stardom, the access that strangers might have, and the porous borders between fame and danger. She's been in this business a long time, another insider notes, but it's different now. Fame doesn't just mean being recognized. It means being followed, tracked, doxed, especially for women. Chapter 5. Coastal Ties. Broken Momentum. The West Coast has always been a touchstone for her. It's where she got her start in a primetime drama before making her name in daytime. It's also where she raised her children for a time before relocating to accommodate her growing commitments in the East. Returning was supposed to be rejuvenating. Instead, it left her questioning everything. Was this a one-time incident? Or was it the universe's way of telling her to keep her circle tighter, her movements quieter? In the days following the break-in, she posted a single message to her Instagram story, a quote from Maya Angelou, "Still, I rise." No caption, no explanation, but her followers understood. Chapter 6. A Rally of Support. In the wake of the incident, the outpouring of love from fans and co-stars alike has been overwhelming. Michelle Stafford, one of her closest friends on the YNR set, posted a throwback photo of the two of them laughing during a break in filming with the caption, "You can't dim this light. Not now. Not ever." Bryton James followed with a story post that read simply, "She's stronger than the wind. West Coast, be warned." Even General Hospital's Finola Hughes weighed in, tweeting, "Sending so much love and healing. Women in our industry face so much more than they should have to." Chapter 7. The Work Goes On. Despite the emotional toll, she returned to work on set just 3 days later, according to sources on location. Crew members reported she was quiet but focused, delivering one of her most emotionally resonant scenes of the season opposite Eric Braeden. She channeled it, one director shared anonymously. Whatever she felt out there, the betrayal, the fear, the anger, she used it. You could feel it in the room. It was electric. She didn't just act the scene, she lived it. Producers have reportedly decided to build a storyline arc that parallels some of what she's going through, a character revisiting past trauma while navigating personal violation. Art imitating life. Or perhaps, life demanding to be heard. Chapter 8. An Exit in the Making? The question many are now asking, will she stay? For years, fans have speculated about when, or if, she might make a more permanent move back west, perhaps to join a different project or take on more producing roles. But now, after this experience, some are wondering if the opposite may happen. A few close to the production whisper she's been reconsidering her ties to Los Angeles, opting instead for more East Coast ventures and European retreats. A move toward directing, something she's long flirted with, is also back on the table. She's evolving, says a fellow cast member. Not running. Not retreating. Just choosing a different path. Chapter 9. The Private Woman in a Public World. The incident has also reignited discussions around celebrity privacy, especially for soap actors who live somewhere between mass fame and niche adoration. They're recognizable to millions, yet they often lack the security budgets of A-listers. They're in a strange liminal space, says a security consultant who's worked with public figures in LA. They're public property in a sense. Everyone feels like they know them. But they're not always protected like celebrities of the same scale. The actress herself has long championed boundaries, not just between characters and fans, but between survival and burnout in an industry that often demands 24/7 availability. Maybe this break-in didn't just rattle her sense of safety. Maybe it reinforced something she's always known. Peace isn't given. It's chosen. Chapter 10. Where she goes from here. She hasn't made any public announcements. There's no press release, no exclusive interview yet. But we're told one may be coming. Her team is quietly developing a short-form video statement, something raw, real, and direct, that will allow her to speak to her fans without the filter of media spin. The focus? Resilience, vulnerability, and the fine line between survival and transformation. Meanwhile, back on Young and Restless, her character is poised to take center stage in a storyline that could shape the next year of Genoa City drama. As life imitates art, and art pushes life forward, she's finding strength in her craft, and perhaps even purpose in her pain. Epilogue, a phoenix moment. It's easy to see the headlines and think only of what was lost. A purse, a few items, a sense of safety. But in soap operas, as in life, it's often through loss that the biggest transformations take place. The shattered glass, the frayed nerves, the disrupted plans, they weren't the end of her journey west. They may have just been the beginning of something deeper. A reckoning, a redirection, a rebirth. One thing's for certain, when she returns to the West Coast again, whether it's for work, love, or simply peace, she'll do so on her terms. No longer just a leading lady, but a survivor, a storyteller,
and a storm you don't see coming.